I will never forget this day. I saw her walk in. She was hunched over. Her left leg was literally dragging behind her, and she hobbled in. She hobbled across the clinic floor, and she looked up at me, and tears were running down her face. It's just, I think we all have some memories where they just kind of get stuck back here. Her name was Debbie. Let me backtrack and tell you a little bit more history about this. I had met Debbie about 4 weeks prior to that day in the clinic. She had been vacuuming at home, and she felt a strain in her lower back, and she didn't think much of it at that time. So the next day when she tried to get out of bed, her back had seized up on her. She was in so much pain she could barely move. And so she called her doctor, and she went in to see him, and he ordered an x-ray and an MRI, and it turns out the results were that she had a herniated disc in her lower back. And so he thought it'd be a good idea. He prescribed physical therapy for her, and that's where I met her. I was probably about, a long time, probably about three months out of PT school. So I was pretty green at that time. But I met her that day. I did an evaluation. She told me about what had happened. She told me about what her goals were. And so we set up this treatment plan. And over those 4 weeks, she'd come in about 2 to 3 times each week. And she started to make great results. A lot of her pain had decreased. She had started to return to a lot of her activities that she had previously been doing. But about at that 4-week time period, she went back to her doctor for a follow-up, and he thought it'd be a good idea that she talk to a neurosurgeon. So he referred her to a neurosurgeon. The neurosurgeon saw the MRI, saw the herniation, and he recommended surgery. So Debbie followed through. She went through with the surgery, and unfortunately she did not have a good outcome, and that leads up to the beginning of the story where she hobbled into the clinic after her surgery. Let me introduce myself. My name is Eric, and I'm a physical therapist. I've been a PT for probably about, been a while, about 15, 16, maybe longer, 15, 16 years. And prior to that, I was a personal trainer for about another 10 years. And I really had a great opportunity. Being put in a position to help people has just been amazing. What has happened though over that time period is I've seen cases like Debbie though that chronic back pain, they've tried PT didn't work, they've gone to surgery, unfortunately poor outcomes with surgery. Then they seem to be put on this medication regimen where they're given these these pain medications with very, very blatant, intense side effects with a lot of these medications, and it's chronic. They're on them over years and years. And I have to tell you, it was very frustrating as a physical therapist, feeling almost helpless. Like, what do I do with these people? How can I help them? I mean, their lives were literally being changed in front of my eyes. People who were working full time, moms and dads, grandmother, grandparents, even younger people in college and high school, and their lives were dramatically changed due to their back pain. So a lot of frustrating days, a lot of long nights driving home thinking about, what am I doing? How can I help these people? So I started to do a lot more research, and I really, really started to look at the people I was treating, other therapists were treating, and I started to see a pattern on what really worked, what helped decrease the back pain, what helped these people get back to enjoying life, to doing what they love. And what I've done is I've taken my years of experience, probably thousands of people with lower, I would say thousands of people with lower back pain, chronic pain, acute pain, and I've taken my knowledge. Again, I've seen what really works. I've taken a number of continuing education courses. I've done my own research. I've spoken to many of my colleagues, other therapists, many doctors, And what I've done is I've taken all that information and I've made programs now. I've made specific programs that treat lumbar stenosis, herniation bulges, sciatic symptoms down the leg. I've made these programs, and what I think is the best part about these programs is they really treat the root problem. I think a lot of times in the medical field, and I was certainly guilty of this myself. I'm no saint here, but we often just treat the symptoms. We see where the pain is, we go for the pain, but I think we miss a lot of times the underlying problem, that root problem that is causing the symptoms. So what I have done again with my programs is I've developed these programs that go right at the root problem, that treat the root problem. And what I have found is by doing that, many of the people now that I work with have been able to return back to their activities that they enjoy, whether it be golfing or fishing or biking or playing with the kids, cooking, vacuuming even, I guess. But yes, by working at the root problem, it has been very, very successful. And again, I've made these programs now, and I want to put them out to the public. I think I've helped a number of people, and I really want to, it's kind of my labor of love. I really enjoy what I do. I'm very passionate about it. I guess I'm kind of a nerd about it. I love to read and research, and again, talk to a lot of people, find out cutting edge information, different research that's being done. You can look at statistics, but I just feel there's so many people now that these programs can help. I was just reading the other day that lower back pain is an epidemic problem now. Not only are people's lives being affected, but we're talking billions of dollars are being spent to try to help these people. These people can no longer work, a lot of them. And again, their quality of life, their enjoyment of life has really plummeted. So that's what I've done. I've made these programs. I want to put them out to everyone now and really help people. I'm here for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'll put my email. You can contact me anytime. But yes, please take a look at the programs. I think, again, they can really, really put you on the right path to recovering. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Again, my name's Eric, and I look forward to talking to you. Bye-bye.